experts panicked. Social media exploded with claims that America had fallen behind. Defense stocks plummeted by 14%. But here's what they didn't know. While China was showing off prototypes making their first flights, America had already been secretly flying the world's most advanced fighter for 5 years. The Boeing F-47 isn't just another aircraft. It's a technological revolution that makes every other fighter on Earth look like a museum piece. This is the untold story of how America built the ultimate air dominance machine. Welcome to Jet Insight, where we uncover the most fascinating stories in military aviation. What you're about to discover will completely change how you think about modern air warfare. The F-47 represents the biggest leap in fighter technology since the Wright brothers first took to the skies. We're talking about capabilities so advanced that even revealing basic specifications could compromise national security. President Trump himself called it something the likes of which nobody has ever seen before.
It's something the likes of which nobody has seen before.
Air Force Chief of Staff General David Alvin stated, "It's built to dominate the most capable peer adversary." These aren't just bold claims. They're backed by years of secret development that's about to reshape global air power forever. The race for sixth-generation supremacy. The sixth-generation fighter race isn't just about national pride. It's about who controls the skies for the next 50 years. Traditional air combat is dead. Today's battles happen at hypersonic speeds, across vast distances, with artificial intelligence making split-second decisions that human pilots simply cannot match. China understands this reality. Their surprise reveal of the J-36 and J-50 wasn't accidental. December 26th, Mao Zedong's birthday, was chosen deliberately to send a message to the world. The massive J-36, nicknamed the Ginkgo Leaf, features a revolutionary 3-engine configuration optimized for energy generation. The smaller J-50 showcases advanced thrust vectoring and stealth technology that rivals anything America has shown publicly. Before we dive deeper into this incredible story, I'd like to ask you for a small favor. If you're finding this content valuable, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it helps us bring you more content like this. So did you click that subscribe button? Defense analysts worldwide declared China the winner of the sixth-generation race. Military forums buzzed with discussions about American decline, but they were all missing a crucial piece of the puzzle: America's secret advantage. While the world focused on China's public demonstrations, America was conducting the most classified flight test program in aviation history. The F-47 program didn't start in 2025 when Boeing won the contract. It began in 2014 under DARPA's Aerospace Innovation Initiative. Here's the shocking truth. America has been secretly flying full-scale F-47 demonstrators since 2019. Not mock-ups, not computer simulations. Actual flying aircraft logging hundreds of flight hours in restricted California airspace. When President Trump announced the F-47 program in March 2025, he wasn't revealing a future concept. He was declassifying a mature weapons system already years ahead of any competition. This explains why Boeing could start manufacturing the first production F-47 just months after winning the contract. This explains why the Air Force confidently predicts first flight in 2028 and operational capability by 2029. The groundwork was laid years ago. General Alvin confirmed this when he stated, "For the past 5 years, the X-planes for this aircraft have been quietly laying the foundation for the F-47, flying hundreds of hours, testing cutting-edge concepts, and proving that we can push the envelope of technology with confidence." Revolutionary design philosophy. The F-47 abandons traditional fighter design completely. Where previous generations focused on speed and maneuverability, the F-47 prioritizes what military strategists call sensor-to-shooter compression, the ability to detect, identify, target, and destroy enemies faster than they can react. This aircraft doesn't just fly, it orchestrates entire battle networks. The pilot becomes a battlefield conductor, controlling swarms of artificial intelligence-powered drones, while the F-47's advanced sensors paint a real-time picture of threats across hundreds of miles. The stealth technology alone represents a quantum leap forward. The Air Force describes it as stealth plus plus, far beyond anything on the F-22 or F-35. We're talking about all-aspect broadband stealth that makes the aircraft virtually invisible across multiple spectrums simultaneously. Radar signatures so small, they register as atmospheric noise. Infrared signatures so reduced that heat-seeking missiles lose lock even at close range. But stealth is just the beginning. The F-47's adaptive cycle engines allow it to cruise at supersonic speeds without afterburners, what's called supercruise, while generating massive amounts of electrical power. This power feeds advanced directed energy weapons, electronic warfare systems, and the most sophisticated sensor suite ever mounted on a fighter aircraft. The tyranny of distance solution. America's greatest military challenge isn't technology, it's geography. The vast Pacific Ocean creates what strategists call the tyranny of distance. Traditional fighters like the F-35 were designed for European theaters where bases are close and conflicts happen over relatively short ranges. The Indo-Pacific is different. Here, fighter jets must travel thousands of miles, operate without ground support, and maintain air superiority across oceanic distances that would drain any conventional aircraft. The F-47 solves this problem with a combat radius exceeding 1,000 nautical miles. That's roughly 25% more range than current fighters. But raw range numbers don't tell the full story. The F-47 can maintain supersonic cruise speeds across these distances while supporting multiple drone wingmen and conducting electronic warfare operations simultaneously. This capability transforms Pacific strategy completely. F-47s can operate from bases deep inside friendly territory, while projecting power across the entire First Island chain. They can reach targets that previously required risky aerial refueling operations or forward-based deployments. If you're impressed by America's military innovation, type "proud" in the comments. The drone revolution. Perhaps the most revolutionary aspect of the F-47 isn't the aircraft itself. It's how it changes the nature of air combat through drone integration. The F-47 serves as a quarterback for what the Air Force calls collaborative combat aircraft, intelligent drones that extend the fighter's reach and multiply its effectiveness. These aren't simple remote-controlled aircraft. CCAs use artificial intelligence to make independent tactical decisions while following the F-47's strategic direction. A single F-47 pilot can coordinate multiple drone wingmen, each carrying different weapon loads and sensor packages optimized for specific mission roles. Imagine this scenario. An F-47 approaches enemy airspace with 4 CCA wingmen. 2 drones carry long-range air-to-air missiles. One specializes in electronic warfare and jamming. The 4th carries ground attack munitions. The F-47's advanced sensors detect enemy fighters at extreme range. The pilot assigns targets to the missile-carrying drones while directing the electronic warfare CCA to jam enemy communications. The ground attack drone simultaneously strikes enemy air defense systems. This coordination happens in milliseconds. Enemy pilots face not one aircraft, but an entire networked formation operating with superhuman precision and reaction times. Traditional fighter tactics become obsolete when your opponent can be simultaneously everywhere and nowhere. China's impressive but incomplete challenge. China's 6th-generation prototypes represent genuine technological achievement, but they're still years behind the F-47's operational readiness. The J-36's 3-engine configuration suggests impressive power generation capabilities, potentially supporting directed energy weapons and advanced electronic systems. The smaller J-50 appears optimized for carrier operations, indicating China's serious intent to challenge American naval airpower. However, prototype flights and operational deployment are vastly different challenges. China's aircraft industry has historically struggled with reliable engine development. The WS-15 engines for their J-20 fighter face significant delays, suggesting similar challenges for 6th-generation power plants. More critically, China lacks America's extensive experience with stealth operations, electronic warfare integration, and networked combat systems. The F-22 and F-35 programs provided decades of operational knowledge that directly benefits F-47 development. Chinese engineers are essentially starting from scratch in many critical areas. Military analysts estimate China's 6th-generation fighters won't achieve initial operational capability until the mid-2030s at the earliest. By then, the F-47 will have been operational for at least 5 years, with continuous upgrades and capability improvements based on real-world experience. Advanced Weapons Systems. The F-47's weapons bay can accommodate munitions that don't exist on any current fighter. We're talking about hypersonic missiles that travel at 5 times the speed of sound while maintaining stealth characteristics. Smart weapons that can change targets mid-flight based on real-time intelligence updates. Directed energy systems that disable enemy electronics or destroy incoming missiles at the speed of light. Traditional air-to-air missiles become obsolete when your opponent moves too fast for mechanical guidance systems to track. The F-47's weapons are designed for this new reality, using artificial intelligence, networked sensors, and adaptive flight profiles that make interception nearly impossible. The aircraft's internal weapon storage maintains stealth profiles while carrying more munitions than external pylons on conventional fighters. Multiple weapon types can be carried simultaneously, allowing the F-47 to engage air, ground, and electronic targets during single missions. But perhaps most importantly, the F-47's weapons integrate seamlessly with CCA drone arsenals. The pilot can redistribute munitions across the entire formation, optimize weapon selection for specific targets, and coordinate simultaneous attacks that overwhelm enemy defenses through sheer complexity and timing. Electronic warfare dominance. Modern air combat isn't just about missiles and guns. It's about controlling the electromagnetic spectrum. The F-47 represents a revolution in electronic warfare capabilities, featuring systems so advanced that many details remain classified years after development began. The aircraft's skin incorporates sensors that create a three-dimensional electronic picture of the battle space. Enemy radar signatures, communication frequencies, and electronic emissions are automatically cataloged and analyzed. The F-47 doesn't just avoid enemy sensors, it actively manipulates them, creating false targets, ghost formations, and electronic phantoms that confuse enemy defenses. This capability extends to offensive operations. The F-47 can jam enemy communications, disrupt guidance systems, and even insert false commands into enemy networks. Imagine enemy missiles receiving targeting updates that send them off course, or air defense systems that suddenly see friendly aircraft as threats. Combined with CCA operations, this creates what military strategists call electronic dominance, complete control over enemy sensors and communications across vast areas. Enemy forces become blind, deaf, and mute, while American aircraft operate with perfect information awareness. Manufacturing and industrial advantages. Boeing's victory in the NGAD competition represents more than just aircraft design. It showcases American industrial capabilities that China cannot match. The company invested billions in advanced manufacturing facilities at its St. Louis plant, implementing technologies that blur the line between science fiction and reality. We're talking about digital manufacturing, where aircraft components are designed, tested, and optimized in virtual environments before any physical construction begins. Artificial intelligence guides assembly processes, ensuring precision that human workers cannot achieve. Advanced materials are manufactured in-house using proprietary processes that remain trade secrets. This manufacturing revolution enables rapid prototype development and continuous capability upgrades. Unlike traditional fighter programs that remain static for decades, the F-47 is designed for constant evolution. New sensors, weapons, and capabilities can be integrated through software updates and modular hardware swaps. Boeing's approach also ensures production scalability. While China struggles to manufacture reliable engines in sufficient quantities, American industry can ramp up F-47 production to meet any threat level. The industrial base that produced victory in World War II remains America's ultimate strategic advantage. Global implications and allied partnerships. The F-47's capabilities extend beyond American air superiority. They enable allied operations that maintain democratic values worldwide. NATO partners benefit from American electronic warfare capabilities and networked intelligence sharing. Pacific Timeline demonstrates American defense acquisition at its finest. First flight in 2028 represents just the beginning of operational capability development. Initial operational capability by 2029 means Air Force pilots will begin training on systems that redefine air warfare. The planned fleet of 185-plus aircraft directly replaces the F-22 Raptor force while providing significantly enhanced capabilities. Unlike the F-22, which remains highly classified and export restricted, the F-47 may eventually support Allied operations, creating integrated air defense networks that span continents. Each F-47 costs less than an F-22 while delivering exponentially greater capability. This cost efficiency enables larger fleet sizes and more extensive training programs, materials science to artificial intelligence to advanced manufacturing. American companies maintain technological leadership that translates into economic advantages across global markets. Meanwhile, potential adversaries face enormous costs trying to match American capabilities. China's military spending continues increasing, but they're essentially fighting yesterday's wars while America defines tomorrow's battlefields. Community of warriors. Speaking of those who understand the critical importance of military superiority. If you're a military veteran, active service member, or military enthusiast who appreciates the dedication and sacrifice required to maintain America's defense capabilities, we'd love to have you join our community of like-minded individuals who value military excellence and technological innovation. Operational timeline and deployment. The F-47's developed allies gain extended air cover across oceanic distances that previously left them vulnerable. This technological leadership reinforces America's position as the security guarantor for free nations worldwide. Countries choose American partnerships not just for immediate protection, but for access to military technologies that ensure long-term security independence. The economic implications are equally significant. F-47 technology drives innovation across multiple industries, from